the New Mutants.
Hey, everybody. We are here for the New Mutants panel. We're live, y'all. I cannot wait. I'm hoping there's some kind of announcement for Disney Plus, HBO Max, VOD. But let's tune in, guys. Feel free to weigh in the comments.
New mutants are dangerous. And they need to learn how to control your powers.
No, are they going to go through all the release dates? Oh, that's not good. No. Early 20s mutants. Okay, so there's got to be a big drop coming. There's got to be. In theaters? August 28th? In theaters? We're still going with that?
Hi, everyone. I'm Ira Madison III, and we're here at San Diego Comic-Con at home to talk about the New Mutants. Now, I know a lot of you are really big fans of the New Mutants, of X-Men. You've been waiting for this forever, for this movie, literally years. In the next half hour, we have got guests, we've got surprises, we've got the cast, we have the director.
So we said we have some surprises, you guys. Weigh in the comments.
From the movie itself.
You think we're going to see some kind of video on demand?
Hashtag New Mutants Comic Con at home to keep up with all the fun. All right, let's get right to it. I'm happy to introduce our director, Josh Boone.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here and to get to talk to fans about everything, about the movie. It's going to be great.
Let's bring out the rest of the cast now to join you. First, we've got Maisie Williams, who plays Rain Sinclair, also known as Wolfsbane.
Awesome.
Hi.
Hi, Maisie.
How are you guys? Hey.
Also, we have Anya Taylor-Joy, who plays Ileana Rasputin, also known as Magic.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Yeah.
Hello.
So they were able to round up everybody today.
We also have Charlie Heaton, who plays Sam Guthrie, aka Cannonball.
Hey guys, hi. Hey.
Hi, Charlie.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, good.
We also have Alicia Braga, who plays Cecilia Reyes.
Yeah. Or Dr. Reyes.
Yeah. Thank you for the doctor. That's why I'm wearing white.
It was good to see you today.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Ira.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. We also have Blue Hunt, who plays Danielle Moonstar.
Hi.
Hi, Blue.
How are you all doing?
Great.
How are you doing?
I'm doing. I don't know.
I think we can all safely say, I don't know.
Yeah, and to round out our cast, we have Henry Zaga, who plays Roberto DaCosta, aka Sunspot.
How's it going,
Henry?
guys?
Bobby.
Zaga.
How are you, Ira?
Good.
The whole cast rounded up, y'all.
My first question to you is, have you ever seen your characters in emoji form?
No.
Oh, they just got the emojis today.
Well, here they are.
So cool.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Tuning into the panel.
So cool.
Dude, look at you.
I need to look at your eyes.
Oh, the emojis are so cute.
Why do I look like
Already started using them on Twitter.
I think Maisie's is my favorite.
Henry, like, even as an emoji
Right
so
situation.
Oh my god.
So we got a couple comments here. Pixar and War fan says,
so cute.
only way I'm going to watch New Mutants is if
Maisie,
it goes to Disney Plus.
Send yours to friends.
Don't rent movies on
That's
PVOD.
all.
Yeah, we'll see, man. They had a release date at the end of this
Sunday
trailer.
morning emoji, like how was last night?
How are you guys?
Full score.
You can use these hashtags on Twitter to activate these emojis in your tweets.
Hey, what's up,
if you
A-Dog?
wanna use
I'll remember you as my
emoji,
third
it's hashtag
view,
New
my man.
Mutants Magic.
This is so
Good to see ya.
People doing it like based on what they saw. That's so cool.
Wow.
For Cannonballs, hashtag New Mutants Cannonball for Sunspot, hashtag New Mutants Sunspot.
Yeah, I figured it was Wreck-It
Wolfsbane,
Ralph
you
Pixar.
guessed
My
it,
bad, man.
hashtag New Mutants Wolfsbane. All right, fans, we also have a really exciting giveaway for y'all. When you tweet hashtag New Mutants Comic-Con at home with hashtag New Mutants poster sweepstakes, you could have a chance to win one of these awesome posters created by the artists at Poster Posse.
Ooh.
Beauty.
Yeah.
Check that out, y'all. I got the chance to win some posters.
Oh,
that
really
was
cool.
sick right there.
Whoa.
Yo, I think I'm gonna tweet real quick, y'all.
I love that one.
I like that.
Little bit tweeting.
Ah, this album cover.
Whoa.
Oh,
That was
okay.
modeled after Dream Warriors, the Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was literally about to say that. It's my favorite Nightmare movie.
This looks like a 90s horror movie. This is cool.
Yeah.
So
This looks
yeah,
like that
guys. I
movie
mean,
last
New
summer,
Mutants
but
is
it was
still
a bunch
going
of
to, as far as we know, it's still going to theaters. Everybody weigh in the comments while we check out the
fans,
panel.
so if
It's
you tweet
crazy.
using
I
the
didn't know it would
hashtags
still go to
on screen,
theaters.
You can win one of those awesome posters.
So check out one of these
created by the
hashtags.
artists
Wow,
from Poster
I don't know
Posse.
what
Well, if
direction.
you guys like
One of those
that
hashtags
art,
on the screen, and you
you're
can
gonna
actually get a
love
poster.
The rest of the art that I'm about to show you. You guys have some of the most dedicated and talented fans that I've ever seen, and we have a ton of amazing fan art that was all created by fans of the New Mutants.
Whoa.
Ooh,
Yeah.
looking forward to seeing some of that, guys. I mean, geez, it's been a couple years. This should have been out years ago, guys. I don't know why it didn't go to VOD though. That was
I love that one.
that was one concern.
I turned into a man on that one. Wow.
These are
Oh,
great.
they're really talented.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
This is amazing.
Charlie looks all beat up.
Oh.
Nice.
Whoa, these
Oh,
are incredible.
shoulders.
Sorry.
Oh, that's so cool. That's
Yeah.
Eyebrow on ya.
Oh, that one's awesome.
that's
That's like the
cool.
Saturday morning cartoon version.
These are such good
Love these.
pieces.
These are great.
Oh my god, this is so cool. People doing it like based on what they saw. That's so cool.
Wow, they're amazing.
Love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
that's the
really
fan
cool.
art. That's amazing.
Yeah, the fan art has been so
Are
amazing
dope.
to see. With
Dope,
the
dope,
delay
dope.
of the film, it feels like so many people have just used that time to just like
Yeah.
see how it's gonna
So-
be.
Make us look cool.
Well,
It's
yeah,
like
with the
amazing.
delay of the film,
Thank
sheesh, it's like
So much amazing
we've
art.
been
They
waiting for
send it all to
years,
us
you
and we try to
guys.
put it on our
I
story
feel like we
streams or
gotta
on,
get
our
this
things. They're
VOD.
amazing
'Cause I
art that
just-
they've done.
Every other 3 months, we get like this wave of excitement. It's like, now it's the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're teasing these guys. They're teasing these
Like
actors.
trending again. You're like, damn.
Watch like people like
I'm
grabbing
sure-
like frames of the trailer and really digging deep, like to do drawing that like it's beautiful. It's amazing.
There's also fans who have just stolen every frame from all the trailers to try to put together the movie, which has been sort of amazing.
I want to see that.
All I know when this is about to open again, it'll be like there's an asteroid that's going to hit Earth, and it'll be like,
Speaking of art, we have a special guest joining us today.
Very
he is
special
the
guest.
iconic Eisner-winning, Emmy-nominated illustrator who helped cement the look of New Mutants in the 1980s. Joining us today is Bill Sinkowitz.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, he did art on the. I think he did art on the Chris Claremont run,
I was
right?
sharing a public space here.
He also started on us on set and really read all the scripts and everything, and has been sort of involved. Is a cheerleader really since the beginning. So we really appreciate you and everything you've done for us.
So I don't know. Can you see behind me?
Yeah.
This is the poster that I did. And I know there's multiple posters. I don't know if there's any such one thing as,
This
as
is an
actual
exclusive
poster.
Oh, that's clean.
It's the bear and this lovely cast.
Your art was so influential.
Look at that
on
art, yo.
just, comic book fans. So it was lovely
Thank you.
to see all of your work just sort
God,
of
this is awesome.
reflected in this movie.
And,
Which was so much fun.
And it is very much in every way kind of an adaptation of your 3-issue arc, Demon Bear, that started, kind of launched you on the title and sort of changed the title into a very different kind of title. And your look certainly inspired.
Welcome
the look
in,
of the
everyone.
film,
Welcome
the look
in.
of the characters
I'm just
and all
tuning
that.
into
Seeing
the
what you
panel
did,
right now, the New Mutants
with
panel.
your direction, and again with everybody, being the cast is just you inhabited the characters. So I can't not see the characters I drew without picturing all of you now. You brought it, and I am so honored and proud to know you as people and also as creative talent. The movie kicks Bearer's ass like all over. I mean, it's just a phenomenal film. The lockdown happened like 1 or 2 days before Josh and we were going to do some Blu-ray commentary.
So guys, weigh in the comments. Do you think they should just go video on demand? Like, come on, that's what we were all waiting on this for. Let's be real here. We thought they were going to go VOD with that announcement, and they haven't. So let me know, guys. What do you think?
Actually, kind of just amped up the level of interest. People are really rabid for this, you know.
I mean, the whole movie is about a curse, I guess, the Demon Bear curse. So I guess it's possible. I guess we're just all excited for the fans to be able to see it. Everybody's been waiting so long, and they're so enthusiastic online.
Josh Boone is right.
People have been so
We've been waiting for what seems like forever for this movie.
To see it.
It's going to be fantastic. I'm really excited about it.
Thank you so much for being here, Bill.
Yeah, I'm going to mosey, later.
I'm going to mosey.
All right, everyone. Are we ready to talk about this movie?
Would anyone like to share?
Yeah.
Josh, I want to know, what do you love about the New Mutants comics and sort of what made you want to tell the Demon Bear saga on film?
Yeah, I finished making Fault in Our Stars for Fox, and I knew they had the X-Men franchise, and I had loved ever since I was a kid. My best friend and I had loved this Demon Bear saga and this run that Bill did on these comics, because it sort of mixed dark fantasy and horror with superhero comics. And I'd never really seen anything like that before. And it looked so different than any comics that I read, they stuck out. And we just thought about them for years. I remember sitting in my apartment in LA years before I made my first movie. I had a stack of New Mutant comics. I was like, one day, maybe. So that did end up working out, even though
here we are, finally gonna get the Demon Bear saga.
Really, it was the merging of all those genres into something.
I went back and read the Chris Claremont run before watching this movie, and I gotta say, these New Mutants comics are amazing.
Hi.
Maisie,
what was it like stepping into
got our Wolf's Bane, y'all,
world with such a large fan base after doing Game of Thrones, which had such a huge fan base too, and playing such a more shy and reserved
the mental hospital would have all of their fears like in the movie
really
would also be R-rated.
Yes,
Pixar
really
Wreck-It Ralph
fan.
Like
yes,
I wish they went rated R here.
I've always kind of seen myself as more that character, and like I think she's very uncomfortable in her own skin, and like she wants to speak up and wants to say what she feels, but she's like constantly treading lightly. When I play Arya, I'm always like have to command the room and like be really brave and strong, and like that's kind of exhausting, and I don't really feel like that. And so it was really lovely to play someone like Rain, who really is just sitting and watching and listening, and she comes to life when she is with Danny, but in the group, she's somewhat quiet and to herself. And I mean, the whole X-Men fan base have just been incredible. And I mean, the New Mutants fan base, I guess, I don't know if they're the same people. And they've just been like so welcoming. And yeah, I guess this whole superhero world is just bonkers, but I've clearly loved it before, so I'm back again.
I thought it was a dream. I just lost control.
Anya.
Ooh.
Hi. From
I can't wait to see her magic.
To Emma, you sort of
glows in the eyes looked amazing.
Misunderstood bad girl. Is it fun playing these kind of characters? And was it really fun getting to do
misunderstood
all of those
bad girl
action scenes as Magic?
Oh yeah, big time. Magic was actually, because we shot it a while ago, Magic was the first character I ever had that like stomped into a room.
You don't know anything about me. 16 years old and doesn't even know her power.
I'd never like experienced that where it's just a lot of
I just want this movie right now
at the time. But it was really fun, and I got to play around with that a lot. And the action scenes, yeah, I mean, the whole arm and the sword.
Look at that.
You feel pretty cool.
Oh,
I think,
so
when
cool.
you're doing that.
With limitless potential.
Charlie,
Hey, yo.
Hey.
Hey.
What sort of draws
Charlie's chilling in the
you
corner
to
like,
playing
"What's up, y'all?"
these sort of outcast misfit roles, sort of like Sam, sort of like Jonathan in Stranger Things.
Yes,
and
yeah.
How are they sort of completely different from how you are or the same?
Yeah, it's a good question about being drawn or being kind of looked at in that sense. I don't know. I think
He's got the look for
Sam,
like that kind
I
of
guess, in a
outcast,
way
shy
where he was
outcast
different,
character.
a character like Jonathan from Stranger Things. I mean, obviously the powers element, but I don't know. I found that there was this like kind of strength. There is a lot of strength in Sam and leadership qualities that he might have, in kind of the future. You could see where he's going. I mean, in the very beginning, and yeah, there was a real inner pain with Sam, and I guess that was a relation to. I mean, not that I have extreme inner pain, but it was something to go off to give where I can start my character. What I liked, I guess, after seeing the movie as well, and kind of going through the process of making it, was it is superhero film with those superhero elements that are fun, but there was these real kind of inner conflicts to kind of go through as a character and something to grab hold of and kind of create. So it was really fun.
Alicia.
Hey.
Hi. Dr. Cecilia Reyes is sort of this wrangler of all the mutants in the movie. Did you find yourself sort of stepping into that role with the actors on set?
They're my babies. I wanted to understand a lot what Josh wanted from this woman that she's trying to teach these mutants to control their powers and kind of guide them through these tests and all that. As a fan, I was excited for it because I
have a question. Who is the main villain in the New Mutants movie? So far, the only villain that's been confirmed is Demon Bear,
really nice
and that's the most of what we've seen as well. I don't believe they've said anything else about another villain. However, Josh Boone has said that it's might not be Demon Bear.
And
so
Blue,
it very well
this,
might be like
and
Demon
you
Bear
were
is
on
kind
the
of a
originals
threat
too.
to them,
Are
but
you
he's
a
not the
big
main villain.
horror fan?
And I'm excited.
And would you say that anything you filmed in New Mutants sort of scared or creeped you out after?
I'm actually a huge horror fan. I feel like I've seen so many horror films that I run out of horror films to watch, unfortunately. And, whenever I feel like watching one, I'm like, I've seen it. Actually, I feel that way with most movies. I need to get a life. But no, I don't think anything like scared me or like creeped me out after I filmed it. I think the entire idea of trying to lead a movie that big when I had never done anything but 7 episodes on a CW TV show was scary. So I think every day I left set, I was scared and creeped out. We definitely did some freaky stuff. I think like the opening of the film was definitely in like actually being barefoot and like throwing myself down a hill and like rolling down it and being stuck in a tree and things like that in the middle of the night. Like
what's going on, Perp Minded? Just checking out this New Mutants panel here.
Yo,
tune in, bro. If you got any questions, let me know.
When I was talking to Josh,
we're just kicking back, watching the panel.
A very fun story about a day on set where you did not drink any water, and I would love you to tell us about it.
Josh calories I could look good on screen. I was like, Josh, when can I eat food? And he's like, nope, you got. Just kidding. No, dude, that was a thing that I was trying to get right. The physicality of this character, when he emanates solar power, he becomes super strong. So I kind of had to look the part. When you're stuck in the middle of nowhere with a bunch of people your age, you're bound to eat a bunch
Come on, man.
bad foods.
They should have released this on video on demand.
And maybe drink. But a day before my nutting up scene, I was like, okay, maybe I should drink water.
All right.
That sounded like a good idea. Much regretted good idea. Josh was
Don't
like,
forget you kept
was my-
rescheduling the scene. Don't forget that you kept not drinking water for many
oh
days.
my God. Yes, they kept rescheduling my scene. And I'm like,
Talking to the AD like, please, I need to drink water.
okay.
You
This will
don't
be, this will be a deleted scene on the Blu-ray and the digital
Dr.
edition.
Cecilia
so we got
Ray
bunch of
as
little
a
deleted
hero.
scenes
She
there.
is a
One of
hero.
them is you
She
guys
actually
playing basketball.
commonly works
And
with
I
the
just
X-Men
remember
and the New
going up to him,
Mutants.
like, I haven't drank water.
Generally,
all
I
day. was
believe
like,
she's an
why would
X-Men
you drink water?
character
He's like,
most of the
"Dude,
time,
I
but
have to
she's
look
been a New
amazing
Mutant
because-"
too.
I was like, I would never tell you not to drink water. Go drink water right now.
Great.
So committed.
He did look amazing, though.
Yeah, you look
He did look amazing.
God, but it's a little sad. I saw the pictures the other day. And I'm like, damn it, I'm never going to look like that again. Especially in quarantine.
You know, he just did the stand for us, and he came and had lost an incredible amount of weight and was really skin and bones on that. Yeah, I mean, an incredible transformation. But he takes the physicality of it really seriously, and just like he looked amazing in that, and he looked amazing in a different way on the stand.
Terrifying on the stand, like about to die.
Man, and that was probably years ago.
I think the fans will say it was worth it for the pool scene.
Oh yeah.
God, they're showing all
One
these
thing
dope
that
clips.
really
I'm just
excited
like,
fans so far,
dude.
too, has been the Maisie and Blue relationship in the film. And, you know, how is it like working together? And are you really excited for fans to see, you know, this relationship blossom, which is so exciting for an X-Men film, for superhero film in general?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I met with Josh like a while ago and then ended up getting the part for Rain. And then we did a bunch of chemistry reads to find Danny. And yeah, just from the first audition that we did together, we got on so well. And it was really wonderful to be able to see a relationship like this in a typically quite like masculine and like just like world of like superheroes, and like it was just lovely to see these two fragile women
Well, if they announced
who
that's
just
come
protect
to
one another
Disney
and,
Plus tonight, that would be dope.
Bring
Man,
light
Perp,
out
it
in
sounds like it might
but
not
I'm
happen.
glad that the fans are so excited for it, because I think it's really important to see relationships like this. Yeah, I mean, it was an absolute joy to work with you, Blue.
I actually think we're including Blue and Maisie's screen
Now,
test
they
as an extra
did
as well.
say
which is like Blue
they
was
had
like
another
the-
surprise later, so maybe we'll have some more.
Okay.
We haven't found you. I don't know that we could have made the film. I mean, we looked high and low for Blue, and finding her was such an incredible thing. I don't know that we could have made the movie without her. We could not find someone else. She was the perfect person for the part. And when we saw her and Maisie together, it was just, it was sort of the end of the story. I mean, I think they had to kiss, right? I mean, I'm pretty
We
sure
did.
they
Yeah.
in the audition. So, I mean, it was not COVID times.
You can't imagine how nervous I am. Like, oh, I have to go kiss Maisie Williams. You know what I mean? I'm like showing up to the studio lot or whatever. I'm like, oh God, I'm just like sweating. It's very nerve wracking.
Yeah. But
As they
really,
say.
really important. Their relationship was certainly the spine of the movie in terms of following it.
I think like at the heart of it is just this really lovely love story. Yeah, it's just like it just brings it back to reality, I think.
Just like in the comics, they had a telepathic link already, and it just sort of naturally happened that way. We just wanted to have them be characters that you fell in love with as they fell in love.
Yes, sir, Perp. We getting us a lesbian kiss, sir.
A gift for me,
Which is
in
great.
The cast,
Let's
to
definitely
the
no
most
more
patient
queer
fans,
baiting in
like,
these films.
the
Just
world.
let
They've
it
stuck
happen.
by us for so long, and they are just hyped to see this movie. So yeah, we brought them the beginning of the movie. So hopefully the opening will give them something to look forward to.
Well, here it is, the opening scene of The New Mutants.
Cool.
Opening scene, y'all. Let's check it out. Sorry, I'm so hyped up. God, this is gonna be so cool. Finally, we get to see something to wet our whistles. Cause let's be real here, we've been waiting. All right, let's check it out, guys. Let's check it out. Got that typical Marvel fare. Ah, yeah, man.
There's an old Native American proverb that says, inside every person, there are two bears, forever locked in combat for your soul. One bear is all things good, compassion, love, trust. The other is all things evil, fear, shame, and self-destruction.
Bruh.
What's happening?
We have to run as fast as we can.
Wait.
No. Don't let go of my hand.
What the hell? Yo. Oh shit.
What's happening?
Here, hide here. Have to go help them.
No, Dad, please.
Oh my god, this goes like this is kind of similar to the Claremont run. What happens with her dad? Yeah, he ain't coming back. Shit! Shit! So that must be Demon Bear there. The dialogue is a little weird. I agree with you, Perp. It was a little like statuesque.
All of you have killed someone.
All right, so it looks like it's more of a trailer now.
You'd be in prison, or worse. And you mutants are dangerous.
We know.
This place takes your greatest fear. It makes you live through it.
Ooh, love that. Dude. Okay.
What are you doing?
Gotta get better someday.
Demon Bear! Let's play a game.
Wow.
Whoa.
All right. I'm gonna say this. It looks a little low qual for being delayed this long and being put off this long.
A siren.
When the trailer was playing, I was kind of felt myself like feeling some of it, but like at the same time, I was like, I don't know. This could come straight to VOD. I feel like I don't think this
I
is.
think that we have one more special thing for the fans.
Uh-oh.
We want to thank the super fans with the chance to be invited to attend an advanced screening of the New Mutants before it opens in theaters.
Dude,
wear a mask.
I don't know. I'm underwhelmed, guys. I'm a little underwhelmed with the trailer. A little bit. Not gonna lie, I'm a little underwhelmed.
So
Perp
tweet
says
hashtag
CGI
New
monster.
Mutants
Yeah.
Comic-Con at home
There should hopefully
with
be something
hashtag
big. This
New
feels like a
Mutants
streaming
sweepstakes
streaming
to
movie.
enter
Yes,
for a
it
chance
does.
to win. Let everyone know how much you really want to see New Mutants.
And I might just get to see it finally.
I mean, Josh Boone is clowning right now, but we're
Thank you
trying to see
everyone for
it.
being here today. So great to meet you all.
Everyone.
Okay. All right. Perp, I got you in here, man. And I got Pixar and Wreck-It Ralph fan. Y'all weigh in and let me know what you thought about that, because I thought it was like super underwhelming. We got a little bit of a post panel as well, so let me add that back in. But I don't know. I was like expecting more, and I guess a lot of us were probably expecting that it would go straight to VOD. I know I was one of those people that expected it to go straight to VOD.
You chose to adapt this particular storyline, the Demon Bear storyline.
Perp said is whack.
Well, I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
My best friend who I wrote this with, I've known him since the day I was born. We grew up reading Marvel comics, and
I don't know. That was so underwhelming.
We were really attracted to New Mutants when we were young because it was the only comic I had really seen dip into horror in Marvel ever. The artwork was so different. It was so sort of surreal and touched on like metaphysical things that Marvel comics typically didn't touch on. I don't know. We were just sort of enamored.
That
with
looked like a
Bill's
CGI
artwork and with
mess.
And with the story.
So I went in and just.
I thought of it years later because we were big fans of like Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, when it ended, I facepalmed. Yeah, you know,
I just and all those things sort of.
I don't know.
Felt like the right.
I don't know. I'm underwhelmed a little bit.
Like
I like the horror elements of it, and I like that there was like a little bit of gore with her father being thrown right back at her. But I don't know. I'm like,
no,
all this
really.
hype for this. I don't know. It didn't feel that great.
Not the offshoot of
Lots of CGI.
Not until.
But at least I will say this: the magic stuff and the Demon Bear stuff looks awesome.
To kind of joining, I think the attraction was this kind of, you know, this contained kind of subgenre of an X-Men movie, and to tell something different and to kind of see these characters in a different space was kind of what attracted me in the beginning.
Now I did want to ask though, how tied is the New Mutants at all to the X-Men movies? For example, the character of Magic in the comics is Colossus's sister. She's still his sister in the movie. Is there any nod to the existing?
I don't know, man. That was.
I mean,
so underwhelming. Now,
it took
I gotta
multiple
say
drafts
this.
to really get this to the screen, and it's funny. It was much more connected to the X-Men universe in earlier drafts, and it became more and more of its own thing as we went along. Obviously, all the connections are still there. Illyana's still Colossus's sister and all that, but how much we pay attention to that or not is sort of dependent on where we're at.
They
in the
kept
movie.
continuity,
but references to the X-Men universe. Viewers who are fans will certainly know those connections and the characters' connections to that universe.
I don't know, you guys. Weigh in. Let me know. It was just so underwhelming to me. I wish that I could say I was like stoked, like psyched.
To ask you guys about, because I know from the comics, the relationship between Mirage.
We got 8 people in the chat. What's going on, everybody? Let me know what you thought about that
they had
first opening scene. I mean, it was just the opening scene, so maybe things get better.
That part of this film adaptation.
There's so much.
Yeah, I mean, it sort of inspired really where their
and-
relationship went when we wrote the script, because their relationship in the comics was telepathic, and we always felt like, Nate and I just always felt like that was had a natural way it would go on screen to help sort of facilitate what we liked about in the comic. So yeah, definitely. We tried to use, really all the characters' backstories from the comic and tried to use as much from the comic as we could, and we just sort of twisted it a little here and there to fit kind of.
Pixar and Wreck-It Ralph fan says, I wish it was just an R-rated horror movie instead of this CGI action mess. Yeah, there's a lot going on. And then Perp said they need to go ahead and just put this on this D+. Yeah, they should just put it straight on D+. Like, it looks like it could have been like straight to D+, just like Artemis Fowl was made for theaters. But let's be real, that was even bad for D+. I said I wasn't excited for this movie, and my excitement level went down more. That's so disappointing. Yeah, it just wasn't that.
I also wanted to use Karma
But
in the
not
second
great.
movie. And really use a lot of stuff from Chris and Bill's run on New Mutants, and then we sort of wanted to use Inferno because it was so horror related and was like a big crossover series when I was young. I really liked. And
you guys let
X-Men.
me know in the comments what you're
but that
feeling
was
about
different
this. 'Cause
times
I'm
back then, and nobody knew about the merger or any of those things.
I do want to ask though about
it was super so-so.
There are some characters
See if they tweeted out that
in this story that
scene,
particularly like Wolfsbane, right? She has a belief system that kind of conflicts with having this power. She's very religious. It's almost a kind of a medieval European thing where it was like if something physically was not quite normal with you, you thought like God had smited you or something like that. Do her sort of religious convictions and that sort of internal struggle that she had in the comics, does that come into play at all in the movie?
Absolutely. I mean, I was really attracted to her character, maybe even more than the rest in terms of relating to her, because I was raised by very religious parents who believed that.
Hey, what's going on, Cat Lego? This is coming out.
Demons and angels
August
were real.
28th.
So, like, I understood Rain in
to
a
theater
real way,
still,
and her
by the
conflict
way.
in a real way. So yeah,
Theater,
we played with
straight
that
to
stuff
theaters.
as much as we could. It's an integral part of her character in it for sure.
I also want to ask, like, Josh, I believe your pitch at one point was
Man,
that
this was not that
Stephen
good.
King meets John Hughes. What are sort of the Stephen King elements to this? I can imagine a few.
Yeah,
but I'd love to
Cat
hear
Lego.
your
Yeah, we
sort
have
of
been
idea
waiting.
of where
Yeah,
the
you
Stephen
know,
King influence of
actually, to be honest with you,
Well, it's fun. The
they went through a
Institute hadn't come out
montage
yet.
of all
You know,
the
it was
release
sort of
dates
even
they
a couple
had stacked up, and that was not a good idea.
And things like that. And just the tone of giving kids dimension and depth. We just really wanted something that was not like a typical comic book movie where you'd go see it and you'd be like, well,
Yeah,
this is
hoping to
really
be
not like anything else I've
super
ever
hyped.
seen. And I wanted
What's
to
going
try to
on,
get in
Ronnie
as much
Smith?
of those kind of
What's
80s.
up, man? Like you said, I felt underwhelmed after all the hype that was thrown around. But if this gets released in theaters before Tenet, that will be such a 2020 movie. Yeah, you know, I mean, I just don't see it happening. They're gonna delay
Best
again.
of luck with the film.
Right, looks like New Mutants must be over. Guys, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. We will be talking about a lot of this later on tonight. I have another stream, actually, a live trailer reactions. We will be reacting to this opening scene from New Mutants and a lot of other stuff, guys. So tune in tonight at 8:30 p.m. ET because we will be talking a lot about it. But we just got done with the New Mutants panel, and I gotta say,
collectible.
I'm underwhelmed. I wish that I was not as underwhelmed as I am right now because I was really looking forward to some news like, hey, we're going to release it video on demand. I mean, even if it was just something like, we got to bring it to theaters first. We absolutely have to for the first 2 weeks, but after 2 weeks, it's going to video on demand. Something like that would have been nice to wet our whistles a little bit, but they just went straight. We're still going in the theater. It's coming out August 28th, which is, I mean, hey, within the month here, it's the 23rd now. You know, that'll be that last Friday in August. And like, look, are we, with all these spikes and all these, you know, coronavirus dangers still happening very rampantly, are we even going to be able to open theaters back up? I mean, California is back on lockdown. So this is just not the best idea. Pixar and Wreck-It Ralph fan says it's a 5 out of 10. You know, I'm thinking like a 6.5. I was hoping to finish the opening scene and be like, oh my God, like, but you know, I'm not, it's incredibly impressed. I do kind of like what they're doing here with the mutants, where they're kind of making them like these outcasts, just like they always have, but even more so, it seems like they're afraid of their powers, and that's possibly one reason they made it into this insane asylum kind of look here. But I just, oh man. Pixar was saying that's 5 out of 10 for the panel. Yeah, you know, I kind of wish that we got a little bit more, kind of some details, some stuff like, and maybe they could have even talked and brought up the HBO Max and Disney Plus stuff and said like, hey, guess what? You know, we know that happened, and a lot of people on Twitter really anticipated it, but we're still going to go with the theater plan. That would have been a nice thing to address, but I mean, come on, like just doing that to us, that was killer, man. That kind of killed the mood, in my opinion. And I'm really, really hoping that we get. I know The Boys is up next. I did say I was gonna stream The Boys, so unfortunately, I got to get back to work here. I was doing this on my work break, but I just got to say, guys, this New Mutants live panel, I think that there is a lot of care and emotion behind this. I think the actors loved doing it. I think that obviously Josh Boone is very excited because he is, I mean, he's been hyping this up and he's been talking about how pumped he's been about it. But to me, it felt a little underwhelming for waiting for so long. And maybe back in 2017, if we had seen that, it would have been a little bit different. Cat Lego was saying, I like this trailer and I thought it would play today. Yeah, that would be cool if they said we're actually unveiling it and guess what? It's available on Disney Plus right now. But yeah, sadly did not happen. You can tell their heart is in the project, but I feel like we've seen this kind of film before. Hopefully it gets put on demand. I can see this film becoming a cult classic. Yeah, Ronald E. Smith, it kind of gave me Glass vibes a little bit. I was thinking about Glass the whole time with the asylum and heroes and mutants, and it kind of gave me those vibes with a little bit of like traditional horror. So I was really liking the mix of genre, but I really wasn't feeling the CGI, all the action and battling. Like, look, I love that in a Marvel movie, don't get me wrong, but some of it just felt a little statuesque. And it was like I was talking with Perp earlier, the dialogue, even the script even felt a little statuesque. I was like, man, we have to run. We have to, oh my God, I'm like, oh man, this just doesn't feel that heartfelt. Cat Lego was saying, do you think this movie is going to come out on September 4th? Well, they did say it was going to come out August 28th. I still don't think that's going to happen. I still think we're going to see some kind of release date shift straight to VOD. I mean, that was my thing, is I think this is the perfect opportunity for them to say straight to VOD. Here's some stuff here.
And I don't work.
And actually, I'm gonna back this up for us, guys, because they're actually talking right now.
I feel like the way today's going, we could end up getting a news story saying, "Nope, never mind. It actually is coming to Disney Plus." Which, at this point, I don't know about you. I don't want another delay. I just want to see this movie.
I like to think that all those movies delayed themselves out of solidarity for the New Mutants.
We stand with Josh Boone this way. Yeah, I think. Look, there's definitely room there for New Mutants get pushed again. However, I do want to point out that there are a lot of like cable rights issues about why it can't just go to Disney Plus or Hulu. So unless and I don't work for Disney or Fox, and so I don't know legally if they can actually just buy out those cable rights and finally just put it on Hulu or Disney Plus. But it looks like there are a lot of pre-existing cable rights deals from the Fox years of New Mutants that are going to preclude it from being able to just go right to streaming so we can watch it and put this behind us. I'm looking forward to the movie, but my patience is running thin.
I'm right there with you. So as much as I would love to talk about the complicated, nebulous nature of cable rights in this streaming hellscape we currently live in. Can we talk about the Demon Bear? Can we get into like what we actually saw at the New Mutants stuff? Terry, let's start us off. What did you make of this? What was your takeaway from this whole panel?
I mean, it looks good. When you have a movie that's been delayed as long as the New Mutants, you're always paranoid. Like, is it because this movie's bad? And for a while, I think that's what we thought it was. Now, obviously, there are things outside of, any of our control, Josh Boone's control, anyone's control as to why it's not coming out. But I think it looks good. It's interesting that this movie was supposed to come out 3 years ago at a time when Fox was doing a lot of really different things with its X-Men characters, a lot of which we really liked, like with Logan and the Deadpool movies. I like that this just feels different, feels horror, feels, a little bit YA in keeping with the New Mutants. I really liked what Josh Boone did with The Fault in Our Stars. And I thought the Demon Bear looked pretty dang cool. So, I liked what we saw in this kind of first scene that we're looking at now and the extended trailer that they had after it.
And Jim, what did you, you got to chat with the director about this a bit. Like, what was kind of your takeaway from all that?
Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic. I feel like the effects. I hope that the effects in this trailer are indicative of the effects overall in the movie, and these just weren't the ones that were finished before they ran out of money. I am hoping that the movie works. I remember reading the comic as a kid and liking it, and I do like that the film has decided to try something new and something different with this genre, and I just hope that it pays off.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think I'm a long time.
So I'm gonna mute them real quick, guys, and we can kind of chit chat about this. So let me know your thoughts, guys. The first, like, what I want to say, 7-8 minutes of or it's not even that long, probably like 2-3 minutes of New Mutants has been released, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Did you love it? Did you feel good about it? I mean, it's just the IGM team. I keep pointing the wrong way. This is just the IGM team. They're just talking real quick about what they think about it. Let me know what you guys think, because I was definitely underwhelmed for a movie that should have been, I don't know, should have got us out of our seats, but this is something that has been delayed over and over and over. So I agree with them on IGN. I just want it to come out. Like, I think that we can all agree we just want it to come out. And it sounds like due to some pre-existing deals, they won't be able to put it out just straight on Disney Plus. But I'm like, would that stop them from video on demand? Because let's be real here. People weren't putting out new releases on video on demand. Does this warrant new contracts? I mean, like, that's my thing, is what are we looking at here? Are we not spoiling this for all of us? Yeah, you know, I don't think there's too many spoilers, but I will say this. I lost my train of thought. Let's see what they're talking about. Oh, man.
Is right at home in bizarre early mid 80s Chris Claremont comics with Bill Sinkowitz art, but like maybe they're a little bit it seems like too ludicrous to do on the big screen, but the fact that they're actually going for it is kind of rad. And this cast, I think, since they were first announced, has they've popped up in a bunch of things that I adore. So I'm like kind of into it, you know, like I want to see this movie. Something that kind of broke my heart. Jim, you spoke to Josh Boone about sort of what they had planned for a trilogy. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. First of all, I will say that my interview with him was taped before I got to see the panel, so I would have switched some of my questions up, but that out of the way. If he were able to make sequels to this, and it does not appear like that's going to happen.
There's not going to be any sequels,
he would have
probably.
brought in the characters of Warlock and Karma. In fact, Warlock was supposed to be, he was in the original drafts of this script, but it was
that would have been cool.
expensive
Warlock,
to realize that character, given the budget that they have for this movie. And then also, I feel like even more
Disney
excitingly,
and Fox.
they would have tried to adapt the Inferno comic saga from like the late 80s.
Oh, man.
Big late 80s.
All right,
X-Men.
so that's just some teasing. Let's be real here. That's just some teasing. So I'm just muting. He was saying Daredevil pops up and all this, but man, maybe Disney and Fox can work to split the profits, but contracts are always messy. I bet Disney could, if they wanted to, put it on Disney Plus. Yeah, you know, I think they just want to make some kind of profit off of this, to be honest. Like, it seems to me like they really want to make a profit, and like they still want to make some kind of money off of this, but I'm trying to fathom why they wouldn't just try their hardest right now to put this straight on video on demand. I get it. We want to still promote the movie, but why even have it at Comic-Con at home if it's still coming to theaters? And Tenet just got delayed again. More movies are going to get delayed. Like, look, it's the end of July. We thought movies were going to come out. What happened to that Russell Crowe movie? It didn't come out. Like, things are just not coming out. And that's the thing, is like, why would they even look? Let's shoehorn in an interview with the director and the cast to still promote the movie so that by the time August 28th happens, we'll be good. Well, what happens when August 28th rolls around and theaters are still kind of like, well, I don't know, the coronavirus cases are still spiking. All right, what are we going to do then? Are we going to finally see this movie? Are we going to finally just let it happen? To me, it just feels like a scramble a little bit. And I just wish that they would just put it out. Just put the movie out. I mean, come on, let's be real here. And they're saying right now not to expect any kind of Nick Fury type of stuff, no cameos. Like, this might be even a one and done.
lot already about the release dates, but what I will say is it feels like it's ironically kind of the perfect time for the New Mutants to come out one way or another. This is a movie that has this whole story.
Cat Lego, this is the panel right now playing beside me. So the
Even
panel,
with all
the interview
very
is over.
sexy
The interview just
details
happened.
about all rights
But
and
this
cable
is
issues and all that
just
stuff.
kind of some post chat.
Even if it can't go to Disney Plus or Hulu, I would hope maybe they follow the route of Bill and Ted Face the Music, which just this morning we found out that it's going to be released in some theaters, but also on VOD and for rental.
This is going to have to be the route that we go
I would
for a
rent
while.
the New Mutants. I would find a drive-in that's like
Everybody's going to rent the New
miles
Mutants.
outside of LA and go watch the New Mutants in a
Yeah,
drive-in.
that is a good drive-in movie for sure.
I
yeah.
want to see this movie, and it's interesting because you see like Netflix having its most successful movies ever because people don't have anything new to watch. Like people want to see a movie. You had Hamilton come out on Disney Plus a year early because people just want something new to watch. And I really hope that, one way or another, even if it can't get the big theatrical release that Disney and Fox had hoped for, I hope they release the New Mutants on August 28th. I hope they let us rent it if we need to rent it, even if it's like a $20 rental.
I hope they let us rent it.
Like,
Just
this movie
let us
should
rent
come out.
it.
It's been delayed so much, and who knows? Maybe it becomes such a hit that they decide to completely, ignore MCU integrations.
See, this scene right here, I was like, the magic stuff. I was
This
kind of.
cast has been together now for years, and their movie hasn't even come out yet. They've been together as long as the original X-Men were for at least the first two sequels.
Whoa.
It feels
Still
like
better than the Avatar sequels.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
they filmed. I want to say they filmed in like 2016 or something, and it's now 2020, and it's like these guys have known each other for years.
Yeah, it's really bizarre, kind of again seeing this cast kind of grow into themselves, outside of this movie, and the fact that I think when they first announced it.
Okay, so let's just chit chat real quick a little bit about it because they're just talking about it, the release and stuff, But I mean, Ron says there's still HBO Max and D Plus, and both groups are probably like, I want it on my platform. Yeah, I'm sure they're pining for this, and it just seems to me like Disney's probably like, no, we want it to come out in theaters, but let's just do they should just do the Bill and Ted thing, exactly like Alyssa was saying. Just do the Bill and Ted release, and then go from there. Like do limited. Hey, we're gonna come to drive-in theaters. We're gonna come to limited theaters that are opening, and then boom, we have it on VOD for you to rent for $20. It's gonna be $20, so be ready. But I mean, I would totally pay that to have the New Mutants for 48 hours. Hell, if I had one watch, I would pay that. Magic versus Demon Bear, classic. Yes, Cat Lego. So I can't wait to see that. But like I said, I was a little underwhelmed by the movie version of it. There is this Pixar movie coming out on November 20th called Soul. And what I would personally do with that movie is I would put it on PVOD and then Disney Plus a few weeks later. Yeah, they're actually going to be screening that at Cannes, which I want to say Cannes is virtual this year. So they're actually putting it and screening it on there. I'm hoping there's just a little bit more for that because I feel like that got the shaft too. But guys, there's going to be more discussion about Comic-Con at home tonight on my live trailer react show here on Geekly Goods. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was just a kind of a last minute thing that I wanted to do. Just wanted to put it together for all the New Mutants content. And I got to say, I'm a little underwhelmed, but I still want to see it. I'm still hoping and pulling through that they will put it on PVOD. Like, please put it on video on demand or something. But doesn't sound like it's going to happen. Let's see what happens, though. If we get one more delay, the question after that is going to be, will this movie ever see the light of day? So, guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you like content on the latest in Geek, because I'm super passionate about talking about that, guys, and I talk about it way too much on this channel. And I'm going to be stepping up a little bit more very soon here. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Pixar, Cat Lego, Perp, Ronald D. Smith, and tune in tonight at 8:30 p.m. ET for another live show. So see you guys